Good morning, viewers. Welcome to my new series called CXO Transitions. In this series, I talk to top leaders on their career transitions, the challenges they faced along the way, their moments of self-doubt, and how they overcame those challenges and moved ahead. The focus will be on reflections on their journeys, lessons that these reflections hold for other ambitious leaders. CXOs, on an average, they go through 4 or 5 external transitions in the course of their career, and a total of 8 to 9, including internal role changes or location changes, country changes, and so on. So that's a lot, actually. So the subject of transitions is therefore becomes extremely important for a CXO coach like me. So as a CXO coach, I help these senior leaders navigate their career transitions with clarity and confidence. Today, I'm in conversation with Mr. Anjani Mandal, an alum of IIT Kanpur and IIM Calcutta. Anjani transitioned multiple stints at corporates before founding Fortigo Network Logistics, where he's the CEO. Fortigo is a platform that provides an efficient interface between their pan-India clients and logistics service providers. So in today's conversation, we discuss a few of these transitions which Anjani has made. Firstly, we'll discuss the movement from Headstrong to Manipal Technologies and then to Fortigo. Good morning, Anjani.
Very good morning, Ramesh. Good to be here.
Thank you so much for participating in this conversation, which will be of immense value to my audience of senior leaders and CXOs across various sectors and industries. So, Anjani, here goes. I want to ask you 6-7 questions during this 2-part conversation. Let me start off with asking you, what was your role? Can you describe your role at Headstrong as Executive Vice President, please?
So, Headstrong is, or was, now it has been acquired by Genpact. It was a software service provider in the investment banking space with a focus on the marquee clients of Wall Street. And the service was to provide, based on certain components and semi-products, a rapid way of providing utilities to front desk investment bankers whose expectations are a bit extreme and their time available to them is very short. Normally, a software engineer would be requiring to just code. What they were looking for is a set of persons who understood their business and could just pick up on that and provide them a quick turnaround and solutions. Their places were internal, where they got their technology done. This was their experimentation to go out and look for services. So as it happened in Headstrong, there was a chance to acquire a subsidiary of an investment banking firm based out of Europe. They had set it up in Bangalore, and there was a specific business model they were running. So we acquired that particular subsidiary because they were going back to Europe, and all those people and the processes, acquired them and expanded their team and created this business model, not to just serve the parent of that company which was acquired, but also all the other Wall Street engineers. So my role was to take that unit and that core set of people who were acquired and then expand them to a very large size so that all the customers could be addressed and build components and build specialty products which could be used across all the Wall Street companies. And that's what was the role. It was unique. It was not so unique now because many emulated that. So that was the background of Headstrong. My role was the head of the India operations for that company, which is a Virginia headquartered company before it got acquired by Genpact.
Okay, Anjani, then I see that you moved on to Manipal Technologies as their CEO. So before you made this move, what were your thoughts after a longish stint of 4 years? What were your thoughts? What made you move? And what challenges did you expect in advance?
I won't say it was something that I was looking for. It's more by chance than anything else. I had been heading functions prior to that and small niche market development across all my assignments since the time I started in 1986. So Manipal Press was trying to get into a high growth mode and get a certain talent from outside their industry and move into technology enablement and other such spaces, which would be able to take them to the next level of growth. The opportunity just happened to come. It was, for me, a first move to head a company. Till then, I had a country operation or a division head. It happened in Headstrong. Prior to that, it was smaller niche markets and various things or functions. So this was my first opportunity to run a company. I definitely would not let it go. So it was not as if I had planned that it would be there. The opportunity came, I just took it. And
Right. So you became the CEO of Manipal Press. So what did it feel like as a CEO compared to all the other roles that you've done prior to that?
okay, so Manipal Press itself, the journey was it had multiple divisions. It used to be just putting ink on paper. Then it became putting ink on paper securely. And then it became doing that digitally. And it also became unique positions, whatever opportunities which would come in. Let's say the plastic cards and the cards which were growing up. When I say plastic cards, the debit cards, credit cards, Aadhaar cards, all of these had to be done in a very secure fashion. That was an opportunity. And that expansion was supposed to happen. Payment systems were coming up in a big way. So being able to provide as an outsourced fashion, banking services in rural areas using technology enablement and biometrics. All these are opportunities which were extensions of serving banks. That is what was the role in Manipal Press. And the rebranding and moving them, converting them into verticals is what the role eventually became. But the biggest of them was really to grow the people. So that was what was the role. And those were the challenges which one saw in advance. That means the people, creating new business lines, establishing credibility with the customers to be able to accept us, not people who just put ink on paper, but provide technology services. We started with 170 crores odd when I had joined in 2008, and it moved to 650 crores plus with all these new divisions added. And the name of the company changed, positioning changed, people upgraded. So that was Manipal Technologies in brief.
So Anjani, I'm sure that there would have been a lot of, you kind of made it sound so simple, but I'm sure along the way there would have been a lot of, the kind of transition which you described, the technology transition which you described, which requires a lot of change in the way people think, maybe new people, maybe new skills, and so on. So can you give us an idea about what were those people challenges?
By and large, people are good. They want to do good. If you have committed, hardworking people who are willing to use their intellectual capability while on the job, they are able to take inputs adequate enough to be able to do the job. Okay, everyone doesn't have to do everything. They have their specialization. There'll be some who would be great in manufacturing. There would be some who would be great in improvement. There are some technologists, and there are some who are great at managing teams. And then there are combinations of all of them. I believe fundamentally the big thing is about getting the people aligned and then meticulously providing inputs on the fundamentals of business. You did make a statement that I was making it sound simple. Fact is that it's really only the basics which matter. If we make a problem complex, it will become more complex. It's all about going to the basics and improving things. There's nothing else to it. And you show it to your entire team that it is nothing extraordinary which has to be done. All these jargons and such which make things complex. It's just keep it simple, keep the basics, and just work on it. Work with the people, work with the customer, and keep on improving your business and growing. There's nothing else to it. The business is nothing else. There is, in addition to that, it's only that there has to be a commitment from the shareholders that we'll be heading in that direction. There's no point in cutting corners with the people or the customers or the environment. The probability of success then becomes extremely high. And I was on the lucky side of the probability. I was not in the few who do not make it despite having done all of this.
So thanks so much, Anjani, for sharing your insights and learnings from your, say, last 16, 17 years of your career. Dear viewers, this ends the first part of my conversation with Mr. Anjani Mandal, founder CEO of Fortigo Network Logistics. Join us for the second part of this conversation in a few days. Thank you for being with us. If you like this video, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel to help me reach out to the right audience. Thank you.